Well, first off, thank you for having me and taking time this morning. So assume a slowdown is the question, and yet various ways to look at it. The probability of that slowdown, which is underway at present, I guess should be acknowledged. Global economy was growing at 4% 18 months ago. Now it's tracking at 2.5% in the most recent quarter. The possibility of that slowdown has certainly gone up. So the question's obviously well motivated. And is this a demand shock, an uncertainty shock, and an uncertainty shock that is motivated by a possibility of a big supply shock? Fiscal policy likely would need to play a role, again, to varying degrees. And in general, there is considerable fiscal space in the major economies for a cyclical demand-driven recession. And in the event of a supply shock in the advanced economies, which none of us have seen, this room has seen and would know well, but really haven't seen since the mid-1970s, late 1970s. But the monetary policy response is both less certain. Remember, the Bundesbank got it right in the 70s, and some of us others got it wrong. They didn't accommodate, we accommodated and helped feed inflation. So it's both, it's not automatic is the language we've used. It's less fundamental to, as a solution, because the solutions have to be found on the supply side. So hopefully I've, said enough that it's confused everybody about what my core message was, but it depends. If you had one thing to take away, it depends.
It depends. No, that's not an unreasonable response, but.
Thank you.
This will be on the record. Okay, good. I wasn't sure about that, so I'm checking with you.
Take it all.
Okay, it is on the record. What? I guess I was instructed, but I forgot what the instructions were. Okay. Welcome on behalf of my colleagues at the Council of Foreign Relations to the C. Peter McColough Series on International Economics. I'm Bob Rubin. I'll moderate today's session. We are deeply honored and very privileged to have with us the governor of the Bank of England, the former governor of the Bank of Canada, and a whole bunch of other things. So why don't we start with this? Who knows what the economies are going to do globally, the United States, the UK, et cetera. But there's certainly a broadly held view that there's some real possibility that we'll have a significant slowdown.